twice a week I've got to dress up as a child and kiss a pedo so I can save 80 quid.
I honestly thought at 30p a litre, I was considering it.
Do you want to know how to get a beautiful beard like mine and to a lesser extent, his?
You can head over to Rune Silk. They are a UK independently owned business that was established in 2018. And the owner, Dan, actually took third place at the 2022 British Beard and Moustache Championship.
Yeah,
so
because
it's
I wasn't there, but well done to him. He knows his beards.
owned by an actual expert, no less.
Beard champion.
They got loads of oils and balms and aftershave, and their flagship product is called the Dark Night Bedtime Beard Butter. It's something you can put on your face before
Smells
bed.
lovely. Definitely better than the average beard of our audience. I can guarantee that. So get on some of this.
They got loads of facial care stuff. They've got cold processed soaps, beard shampoo, conditioner, and it's all specially formulated to help remove the fluff and the shine.
beard
and
druff that
make
you all have.
Make it feel better,
Yeah.
And not only that, by the way,
Yeah.
they don't just have beard products.
Shut up.
They've got sunglasses like I'm wearing here.
Yes.
They got clothing.
Yeah.
They've got all sorts of wallets and things. Their sunglasses are really cool. They're made from wood and coffee grounds and all sorts of recycled stuff.
Cool.
Brilliant.
All right, well, what are you waiting for then? Slide over to runesilk.com and throw in the code DMT15 for a cheeky 15% off. Looking for clothes?
No, I'm not, because I am wearing Fradame.
Wow, so am I now. Look how fucking cool I look.
Fradame are a high-end British streetwear label that specialise in quality clothing for all different shapes and sizes.
Yeah, that's why they've chosen us, so they can prove that they can clothe the fat and the lanky.
I really like what they've done here. I love the hoodie. I love the pants. It's really comfortable, and it's washed dead well as well.
Everything is properly good quality. Everything's really nice heavyweight fabrics, that dead soft as well. All the collars and cuffs, all the detailing's really nice. I've honestly not stopped wearing them since they sent me a load of stuff.
And one of the designs that they sent us has actually been featured in GQ magazine.
Fuck yeah.
So if you want to check them out, if you want to have a look what they're all about, head over to their website, fradame.co.uk. That's fradime.co.uk. Or check them out on Instagram at fradame.uk.
And they are co-signed by me, the most stylish member of this podcast.
Warning. The following podcast contains extreme language and themes and is not suitable for all audiences.
Hello and welcome to Dead Man Talking with me, Ron Mulholland, him a big fat cunt, and Lil Not Gay Tom.
Hello.
Hello to everybody who is watching and listening around the world, wherever you are.
Sound
How
like
are
a
you?
children's presenter.
I know, that's what I'm going for today, yeah.
Yeah.
Going to do some fiddling.
I'm really...
Freddy's dressed like the bear, not just a fat gay man. I mean, the chef.
Am I?
You've got a little chefy vibe today.
Really?
Yeah. Look, you've been nibbling your own meals a little bit too much. But if the chef was 90% montage of him just going, oh, I'll have a little bit of that.
I always thought I'd really like being a chef.
Yeah.
And then I tried it at a have a word
Yeah.
when I was in the kitchen, and it's fucking shit.
Yeah, it's like a shit
It's
job.
Shit. It's a fucking shite job.
Yeah.
It's dreadful.
My mate reckons it's the most stressful job in the world, and he used to be in the army.
It is insane. The level
It's
of,
up there. It's up there.
the
It's
level
mad.
of stress is wild, and you get paid fuck all. That's the wild thing. You do crazy hours in the most intense, stressful environment. You get paid fuck all. It's a mental job. And loads of chefs listen to this, you fucking stupid
My-
cunts.
People complain a lot as well about in
Yeah.
restaurants.
No, I
I think that's the place where people complain the most.
So
Ooh,
my
interesting
problem...
theory.
My
Yeah.
problem with it is that, I like cooking, right? And
Yeah.
I like cooking for people because I like,
Yeah.
enjoy it. You know what I mean?
Yeah, sure.
But here's the thing. You never get to see the people enjoy it because it just leaves and then that's the
Yeah.
end of it. So the best bit you don't get, and you don't get to eat it, obviously, so it's gone. And also, no chef at a restaurant makes a dish from start to finish.
Sure, you're doing your bit.
You're doing so every dish will be prepared by like 4 people or 3 people or whatever. One of them's done the meat, one of them's done the potatoes, and so you don't really feel like you've actually done anything, even though you've done fucking loads. It's shite. It's a shit job.
Yeah, like I consider it for a while, but I hate it. Like I really like cooking when I've got just as long as I want and there's no stress. If there's a timing thing, I hate it when you got to bring a load of things together at the same time as well. That's when I start getting stressed out, and that's just your day all day.
Just that stresses you.
No, like
Isn't
pretty-
that all cooking?
yeah. No, it depends. You can
Do you
make
like cooking apples?
No, but you can make stuff where, like, if I'm doing, like, like a big pot of something with some rice, that's fine. But when there's, like, when there's, like, a bunch of things that have got to come together, that's when it gets fucking stressful. And I just don't like it.
That's just maths.
Yeah, maths. You saw me the other week trying to times by 10. Maths is stressful.
Okay. Yeah, no, I fucking...
Just keeping track of everything, I can't do that. My brain's stupid, isn't it? So, like, I just can't keep... I can't keep multiple things going. I can just do one thing at a time.
Here's
This is where you need an alarm.
But like,
I use alarms when I'm
but then I'll
cooking.
forget to put them on. And like chefs are like arseholes as well. Like they proper treat it like, like head chefs like treat it like they are like running the army.
Yeah,
Like
yeah.
it matters that much. Like, they're like the amount of like abuse they're giving each other. It's like, mate, you're making a fucking burger. Do you want to wind your neck in?
Yeah.
You're not fucking Picasso.
Actually, I don't mind if a chef's an arsehole if they're in like a top kitchen.
Sure, all right, yeah.
But if they're in like a fucking Wagamama's,
Yeah.
it's like, shut up. The food comes when it comes.
You know the worst thing, and I've only noticed this in a few years, I think it's an American thing, is when chefs call each other chef.
Yeah, that's always been a thing.
That's just stupid. Just use names.
Yeah,
If you
must
go,
go-
chef, and then everyone will go, what? Just
No,
use names.
No, they don't. Everyone go works. They just say that's the head chef. So it's
Yeah,
not
it's
everyone.
just
not
it's
everyone.
just a head chef
It's
thing.
not- it's not
No,
everyone.
in that...
They don't say that. They're not saying it to like the guy peeling potatoes, mate.
What was
Like,
that program about the sandwich shop, that American one that everyone loves?
Subway?
No, the program, the TV show.
The Subway show?
No, the recent TV show. Is
A recent TV show about a
Very-
sandwich shop.
yeah, it's in
Freddy?
like New York or somewhere. We were talking about it. I can't remember what it's called. It's very famous.
Are you talking about Cat's Deli?
No, I can't remember. Anyway, everyone calls each other chef in that. And it's really confusing.
Right.
They don't have names.
Maybe they're all called chef.
Maybe, yeah.
Maybe they've just got a really lazy writer. Just couldn't come up with names for all the characters.
So
I'm going to call this one Chef. Maybe Freddy wrote all the character names. This is Mr. Chef.
I'll have you know that I know quite a few spells now.
Oh. I'm so sorry. I do apologise.
I've been nailing it.
Yeah. And for anyone who isn't aware what this is in reference to, Freddie started playing Hogwarts Legacy because he's a 6-year-old girl.
And-
And then he named his character. He had free reign, spent 40 minutes thinking of a character name, and came up with Mr. Wizard.
Anyway,
How's Mr. Wizard getting on?
well, Mr. Wizard,
Did Transitiono is now Mrs. Wizard?
Thinking about it, what was your old stage name?
Mr. Wizard.
Not great at naming things.
Yeah, but you can't call him Tubby Wizard, can you?
No, I'm not saying that. I'm saying you didn't use much imagination in that name either.
Yeah.
No,
Just looked
anyway.
in a mirror.
Anyway,
Even Freddy Quinne is quite a boring name for a man.
what the fuck is this? Tom?
Yeah, but I didn't make my own name up. You could have gone for anything.
Yeah.
And you went for Freddy
gay,
Quinne.
Not gay Tom's a really fun name.
Yeah.
Yeah, and it also means that he's not gay, unlike
Yeah.
you, who is
Right.
fat and gay.
Let me just say, Mr. Wizard is doing quite well at Hogwarts. but the one criticism of the game that I'm having is that it's too easy.
Sorry, this game for children is too easy, is it?
I am flying through it.
This game for non-binary 12-year-olds.
Well, I haven't discounted the possibility that I might just be very good at it. But
you think you might be some sort of esports champion
Yeah.
at Hogwarts Legacy?
there is a chance that I might just be gifted.
Have you played it online? That's where you find out. You got to play against some
No,
Korean children.
I don't even know how to do that.
Yeah.
I don't even know how to play on. I didn't even know that you could do that until.
I don't know if you can on that game.
Clearly
I've never
right
played
now.
it because I'm an adult man.
But do you know what is the game itself is clearly very impressive. Like you're going around and you're like, wow, games have come on quite a lot. But
It's such a grandma looking at it. Wow, those games have come on a lot, haven't they? I remember Pong.
but my problem with it is that ostensibly, you're just doing jobs. You're just going around doing jobs for people.
You said this about Red Dead Redemption as
It's
well.
just
I
jobs.
think it's most games, really.
Yeah, you've got to do
just-
tasks. You've got to
it's
do
just-
things.
It's just admin. It just feels like I can't play the game the way I want to play the game.
How do you want to play the game?
I want to go, everybody who wants something from me, no. I just...
You just want to be left alone. You just want to sit quietly in a dark room. That's what you want the whole game to be. Mr. Wizard sits in silence and no one talks to him.
Why is there no food in this game?
I don't mind the fighting.
On Red Dead, you can just cook things and eat them. You could just do that.
I don't mind the fighting,
Uh-huh.
the fighting bits.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But it's few and far between. Like the other day, it was like someone...
Yeah, well, it's a fucking Hogwarts game. You're simulating going to school. You're not in the fucking UFC.
Well, I should have downloaded UFC, shouldn't I?
probably, yeah.
Mr. Fighter.
I think you should get into the Uncharted games. They're very linear. They're just like set pieces. There's no like wandering
Yeah.
around. It's you do this bit, you do this bit, you do this bit. I think you'd like that.
I'm
maybe.
not enjoying it at the
Yeah.
moment. There's enough stuff to enjoy, but there's no way in hell I'll finish it. There's
Yeah.
no way in hell.
You never finish
I've got
anything.
another 3 or 4 hours worth of enjoyment left, and
Yeah.
then I'm probably done.
Then Mr. Wizard will be left to his own devices.
Yeah, I've got something else that I'm going to get addicted to anyway.
Oh yeah, what are you working on? Because obviously, Freddie is for anybody who hasn't been with us for the last few months, Freddie has had a major lifestyle change and has been forced into giving up booze and caffeine and some of his favourite disgusting foods. So now we're trying to find him a new vice, something else to be addicted to. Hogwarts isn't sticking, so what else we got, Freddie?
MMA.
Participating?
So hear me out. I've got a dilemma.
Yeah,
So I
he's going to
did.
try and do Rikishi's stink face
So-
in UFC.
I did
Have to lose some
the.
weight.
I did the roast. I did the roast yesterday,
Yeah.
and there was a guy in the front row with his missus, and I was talking to them, and the guy runs and owns an MMA gym.
Sure.
And so I was talking to him about that. And then he reached out to me on Instagram. And he said, look, if you are interested, I'll have you down completely free of charge. We'll do private classes. You can do other stuff. Like, we'll help train
That's
you and stuff
amazing offer.
and get you back to. However, at the roast, I might have made a joke about his missus being flat chested. And I don't know if he's just going to kick the shit out of me. So I honestly think there's a 50-50 that he's just going to bring me down and swap me.
Oh, well, I
His-
think you've got to take a gamble.
His missus was wearing like a mesh top
Yeah.
that was kind of see-through.
What, like a Norwegian at a gay rave?
Yeah. And I went, brave wearing that with them tits.
Pot and kettle.
She's very nice though. She
Yeah.
seems to take it in her stride. But there's always a thing that when you
When
you
a
know,
disgusting fat man comments on a woman's tits. Yeah.
Yeah,
There is
yeah,
also there's
that
always
you think,
attention.
I think he's going to get me down there and then get me in
Yeah.
a figure 4 leg
Are you going
lock
to
or
do it?
whatever.
A figure 4 leg lock.
I don't know what they do.
Oh yeah, he's going to do the people's elbow on you. If you get into a figure 4 leg lock in a UFC fight, you are fucked up badly. If you somehow manage to let someone put that on without lying still, fuck me, it's gone bad.
If UFC was more like wrestling, I'd watch it.
Yeah.
Just with wrestling.
Yeah, but that's not real.
Which bits of wrestling do you want in UFC?
The worm.
Right. You want people. You want too cool.
I want finishers.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's what I want.
But like some people almost do. Like Meatball Molly kept doing a spinning elbow and knocking people out over and over again, and it was sick. Some
Yeah.
people have like stuff like that. There's like particular punches or kicks they might do like repeatedly.
Yeah, I just find it a bit fucking like. I just think it's all the people that like UFC
Yeah.
are, by and large, not all, but by and large, most of them are people I don't like.
Yeah, the UFC fan base is fucking terrible, to be fair. It is like real scumbags
Yeah.
and like douches and every like.
It's when people are like, "Oh, I've got tickets to watch the UFC live." You're like, oh, "Why would you want to sit next to a guy fucking abusing steroids
tap-out
in a
t-shirt.
tap-out
Yeah,
t-shirt?"
yeah,
Yeah.
But like it's that, and then it'll be like someone who owns a vape shop, and then like the guy who does too much cheap coke in his hometown and wants to fight everyone. But then like also there'll be like the world's worst dictators. Like anyone in the world, like if there's ever a country where they throw gay people off buildings, like there'll always be a fighter from that country who's like pictured with that dude after their fight. They're like, yeah, it's like Hamzat is always hanging around with like there's some dude from like Georgia or some shit who's like the worst on earth, and like he's always with fighters like, hey, there's loads of fucked up shit with it. The business of it's fucked, but watching people get kicked in the head's fucking sick.
Are there any gay MMA fighters?
Oh, interesting. I don't actually know. I think there must be.
Because I would watch a solely gay,
well,
gay, and it's just
Israel
Stop
Adesanya
it!
did start like he did dry bomb someone while he was fighting him.
that seems gay.
A lot of it is quite gay, yeah. Oh yeah, there's loads of lesbians.
The BBC have got a
Loads
story.
of
Why are there no
lesbians.
openly gay male MMA fighters?
Right, yeah, there you go. Tons of lesbians, obviously.
Well, yeah, the fact that you've Googled gay MMA fighters and there's a list and there's 3 just under the letter A.
Yeah, for women.
Yeah.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. I would say, are there any heterosexual women fighters in the UFC? I don't know. I'm not sure. But yeah, are you going to go do it then? Are you going to go?
I'm thinking about it.
I think that'd be fucking sick. That's an amazing offer. I don't know, like going from no exercise to MMA training feels like a 0 to 60 though, is the only problem. I would maybe do something more
Do
gentle.
a hit class maybe for.
My biggest.
I think Freddie should do DDP yoga. Right, it's like DDP because it DDPY. It's not yoga. It's like the ex-wrestler Diamond Dallas Page, and like I fucking love watching his YouTube videos. He gets fat cripples and he gets them to like do these like program, and like he gets people who are on crutches who can't stand up. Do you remember Butterbean, the big fat boxer who knocked out Johnny Knoxville in Jackass 1?
Yeah,
he's fucked now, right? Surprisingly, who'd have known his career wasn't sustainable, right? And he was all like,
Google him, Butterbean now.
Yeah. He was all hunched over and like he couldn't stand up, like he couldn't walk without a walker, and he started doing DDP stuff. And like it starts off, you can do stuff in bed.
Oh, them poor tits!
I
Look
know.
at them.
That is
it
a
weirdly
glimpse
looks like
into
he's
your
lost
future.
weight everywhere but his tits.
Yeah, it's like Freddy. But yeah, and he like could barely stand up. And I watched this YouTube video of him like doing all the thing and go through, and like now he's like he can walk and stuff. It's fucking sick. Like it's really cool. Like because he like made a program so you can do it from your bed if you're like fucked, and you can start it anywhere. It's like if you all you can do is move your toe. He's like you start with that and you work up. I watch these videos and I get all misty eyed.
I do like
Mate.
watching programs about really fat people who can't leave their house and stuff. That's
Yeah.
my favourite. 100 Pound Sisters is the funniest program.
That is
in the
really
world.
funny.
It's so
Yeah.
£100, you mean £1,000?
£1,000
Yeah.
Sisters. Yeah.
£100 sisters.
Yeah,
Just
couple of anorexics.
chronically underweight people.
Yeah, God, you fat bitches.
We
I would
can't-
also watch that.
We can't leave our house, we'll get blown away. Just one of them steps out and it's a gust.
Falls down a grid.
I do love it. I've been watching a great program on Channel 4 called Around the World in 80 Ways. What they do is they get a bunch of fat cunts and they take them around the world to like different countries to see how they deal with fat cunts. So they went to Japan and they were all like crying because they go to this Japanese market and they're like, "Oh, have you got this in my size?" And they're like, "No, no."
Trailer, get the trailer up Around
It's
the World in 80
fucking
Ways.
well funny.
It sounds exactly like my sort of thing. That.
Yeah, I will tell you about my favourite character in a minute. It's so funny, right? Like, there's loads of funny bits in it.
Oh, here we go. Japan's view of overweight.
There you go.
people.
There's a
It's only
30-second video. That's perfect. Here we go.
Okay.
This is. I think this will be the exact clip I was talking about just then. Do you want to click play? Bottom left corner.
This
was my first time to see bigger people. There are not many big people in Japan because a lot of Japanese people are very disciplined. We believe that harmony is very important. So if you are
Is that Ronaldo?
Yeah, it really does look like Ronaldo now.
Good.
too big and then you stand out too much, and then it kind of destroy the harmony in the society in a way.
Really?
You are so fat, you destroy the harmony in our society.
You're so fat, you're making everyone unhappy.
yeah. So the way she's saying it is it to be like, I'm very polite.
Yeah.
You are destroying the fabric of our society.
The Japanese episode is my favourite one because everyone's so polite and so lovely, and they see that there's no malice. There's absolutely nothing in it. They just don't have the thing of like, don't fat shame people. They're like, no, but you are very fat, and that is bad. Like they're just like that all the way through. My favourite character in it, she wasn't in that clip, right? She's a woman. Her thing is intuitive eating. right? She's like,
What?
this is a genuine quote from her, right? So, like,
So hang about. By intuitive eating, does she mean when she's hungry she eats? Or-
basically, she trusts her body to intuitively know what it needs. So she listens to her body, right? And her genuine justification, this, I swear this is a quote from this program, you will see if you watch it. She goes, right, so sometimes my body needs a pizza, right? I'm not
you're
finished.
Joking. I don't believe this for a second.
I'm not even finished. That isn't even the retarded bit.
Is she half Italian?
She's half a ton, right? She's that's the, apparently she's never intuited that she needed a fucking salad and a jog. Right. I haven't even finished the sentence. She goes, sometimes my body needs a pizza, and if I don't give it that pizza, I'll maybe end up eating 5 or 6 pizzas.
Wait.
So her logic is she has
wait.
to eat a pizza so she doesn't accidentally eat 5 or 6 pizzas. And it's like, but if you just eat no pizzas or half a pizza, have you ever thought about that?
That doesn't even.
You have to eat one to eat 5 or 6.
Yeah.
You have to. One pizza is very much the gateway drug to 5 or 6 pizzas.
Because what she does is she starts with the 5th one first.
Right, works away.
There's a countdown.
Yeah.
Oh, I'm just so glad I didn't have my first pizza tonight.
Yeah.
I did have the subsequent 4.
That's
It's one of the most baffling, infuriating things.
Can you Google intuitive eating and see what comes up?
Because
I always thought intuitive eating was just going, I'm quite hungry, I'm going to eat. Because that's the intuition of your body saying you're hungry.
But also that doesn't work because like we have a diet that isn't what our body would intuit. You know?
10 there, 10 principles of intuitive eating.
Yeah. See, like some of it, like the thing is, there are some things when I read into this a little bit, and some of it is like makes some sense, and it works if you intuit like an adult who thinks about things. If you just go, this means I can have whatever I want whenever I want, you'll be 40 stone like that stupid bitch.
I'm just an intuitive smackhead.
This is it. This is exactly it. I used to intuit that my body needed a bottle of whiskey every day.
I have started the practice of intuitive paedophilia. It's where you only touch one kid.
Yeah.
Because if you don't,
you might touch 5 or 6 children.
I might. That's one for each finger.
It's just what my body needs.
Sorry, guys, I'm on a new scheme and I'm intuiting something at the moment, so sorry. I'm afraid I'm going to have an intuitive wank.
And it really helps me if you intuitively don't like it.
So, reject the diet. Number 1, reject the diet mentality.
Again, this is a thing where she misinterpreted this. So, reject the diet mentality is really good advice if you're trying to lose weight. Don't go on a diet, change your lifestyle. Change it forever. Don't make it a thing that you're on for a while. Yeah. But what she went was like, I won't ever change my diet.
Good damn.
Rejected.
This is the second one that she's fucked up.
Yeah. Recognize your hunger. Now, that means that, like, you know, if you're hungry, maybe you should eat something, but it doesn't mean that's a pizza.
Well, also it says stop eating when you're full.
That bit she's not good at. Because she looks like someone who races her stomach to eat as much as she can before she's full.
Make peace with food.
Yeah, have some peas. That's a good idea. Come on.
The British Heart Foundation have put this on.
Yeah. But the thing is, because what they're saying makes sense. It's the interpretation that's wrong. Like they're saying, you know, if you stigmatize like certain foods and build them up in your head, then they become a problem. If like the idea of cheat meals is fucked up.
Do you know what? Yeah. This is stupid. This because if you go up to number 3, still up to number 3. No foods are off limits. Allowing yourself to have the foods banned by restrictive diets removes any guilt. Blah, blah, blah. Eating what you actually want might mean you feel more satisfied with your meal. If you deny yourself, you might have to go to have unhealthy snacks anyway.
Yeah, that's retarded.
But here's the thing is...
Just don't have healthy snacks.
No foods are off limits. Yeah. Well, a bag of sugar.
Yeah.
A block of butter.
Yeah.
Like...
Child's penis.
Quite the delicacy.
It really is, yes.
Thing is,
though... It's just a cultural thing.
Thing is, though...
Here on Epstein's Island...
It's better to have a child's penis than an adult one, because there's less calories.
Yeah, but it never fills you up.
That's true, yeah.
The amount of times you have a child's penis and then later on you're like...
Oh, I've had 5 or 6. Damn intuition!
I can't have them in the house now, because I just go through them all.
That's it. The only bit you need to be strong is in the shop. If you don't bring home 5 or 6 child penises...
Well, you know what they say, a moment on the lips, a lifetime in prison.
Yeah, that one's stupid. That make peace with food. But like this, feel your fullness at number 5. Challenge of food, please, bollocks. But like, feel the fullness. This is one she skipped, right? This is where
Is feel the fullness, not recognise your hunger? Is that not the same thing?
Yeah, they're really stretching this list out.
Yeah, it's not 10, is it?
It's not 10. It's like 3. It's like 3. And like the thing is, like, yeah, you're meant to eat a lot of high protein stuff, eat slowly, eat smaller portions, and make sure, all that sort of stuff. That's all good advice. It isn't, none of this, you'll notice on the British Heart Foundation website says, hey, if you feel like you need a pizza, eat one in case you eat 5 or 6.
Yeah.
She's really misinterpreted it. And like, I don't think you can be sat there when you have to go on a TV program to lose weight because you're such a fat cunt going, nah, I've got it cracked. I just listen to my body and it's perfect. It's like, you are diabetic.
What's the maximum amount of pizza you think you could eat for £1 million?
For £1 million, I could get stuck in. I've eaten an 18-inch pizza in a sitting.
Yeah, maximum amount of 12-inch pizzas.
I could.
How long have I got a time limit?
An hour.
Definitely 3.
I think 3's your top.
I can definitely do 3. After that, I'm really struggling.
I think your 3's your top.
I think 3 if I had enough planning.
3 might be roughly equivalent area to like an 18-inch as well, because it's like exponential.
Yeah.
So like,
I think 3's your...
I think 3's my
3
real
12-inch.
struggle.
12-inch.
The 12 I'll put down without thinking.
Do I have to eat the crusts?
Yes, that's the pizza.
Don't like the crust.
You fuck, that's pathetic.
That's ridiculous.
I need some like
pathetic.
mayonnaise or something.
That is such a pathetic child's
just
opinion.
dry.
I bet he has
There's no flavour.
I bet he has a stuffed crust, doesn't
I don't
he?
like stuffed crust either. They're just too dry. There's no. The
Depends
toppings
on
are the best
fucking
bit.
pizza. Like they vary wildly.
Oh,
across
if
types
it's a
of
very
pizza.
thin crust, then I'll eat it.
Oh wow!
But like a big thick
thank
one.
you, Tom. Oh, how generous of you
I mean,
that you will lower
generously-
yourself
Not
to eat a
generously
crust.
eating crust. I just don't want to eat it.
Pathetic. But,
But
yeah,
they're
you got
just
to eat it.
they're very dry and bready and not very flavoured. It's the worst bit of the pizza, definitely.
Get a little dip.
Yeah. Oh yeah, that's what I'm saying.
Depends
I'll
on
eat a
the
dip.
crust.
I'll eat it with a dip.
Depends on the crust. I was dead pleased the other day. I met an Italian man. Right, I was chatting in the gym to an Italian man, made me a little gym friend,
What was his name?
Matteo.
Is that what you're going with?
That is genuinely his name.
Matteo?
Yeah, I having a little chat to him, and I name dropped. I was like, "Oh, have you tried the pizza at Nell's in Manchester?" And he goes, "It's the best pizza in Manchester." And now we're best friends. I absolutely smashed it. I was so pleased. I called out the right pizza place, and he was like, "This guy gets it."
See, if that
I
was...
thought Freddy was the gay one.
See,
And then I sucked him off.
if that was
That
me...
pizza crust is. Mwah, mwah, mwah.
If that was me, I'd have held up a bag to his face and gone, I've got a full Italian in here.
Just so I don't
and we
have
would
5
have-
or 6 on my way home.
And we would have never spoken ever again.
But yeah, like Around the World in 80 Ways is very funny.
Do you remember that show, Super Size versus Super Skinny?
I do.
That
was
was an amazing
so
show.
irresponsible.
We tried to get the guy on here.
Oh no,
didn't-
that was
no.
Fat Families, and I just forgot to reply to him, so we should try and get back on. He was well up for it, and then I just
Oh,
I
okay.
spazzed out.
Um,
But that was Fat Families, not Super Size versus Super Skinny.
Just-
Super Size, Super Skinny was so
a
irresponsible.
little Google of supersize versus.
Do you not
Super
remember
Skinny.
it?
No, not really.
They got an anorexic and a fat cunt and got them to swap diets.
Oh, that's funny.
And it was like just these sad anorexics picking at massive plates of like
Just
fat
the
food.
photos of them was brilliant.
Yeah,
was so
it was
clever.
like
I mean, let's watch a little bit on YouTube.
it's
There's
wildly
literally
unethical.
the
I know, but
YouTube
these are like
account.
45 minutes
No,
long.
the first one is their
It's 44
actual...
minutes
It's
long.
No,
44
that's not the
minutes long.
first one. The first thing there.
That's the whole channel.
That's their channel, so you'll be able to pick one from there.
I was trying to speed things up and you've
They're
just
all
slowed it down.
45 minutes.
Don't very long.
They're all full episodes.
They're all full
It's
episodes.
just where they put the full episodes, yeah.
Is it?
Yeah.
Christ.
Anyway,
Apology accepted.
I don't think you really need to like. There you go.
Listen,
look.
you just need to look at the pictures.
This-
the
you
pictures
get it.
look-
Look. from this.
Bloody hell.
Yeah. Which would you rather?
What, fuck?
Oh, the thin one.
The
definitely.
thin one, yeah, without
Yeah.
just it's less gross fucking an anorexic person than the fattest person.
I don't know. The fattest, yeah.
All right,
Like,
no,
there is
no,
a
no.
point of anorexic where it's like, hey.
Yeah, I know, but it's still less gross, isn't it?
Yeah. Is it?
Yeah.
I think it's sadder anorexic than dead fat.
Reminds you of Auschwitz.
It does. I'm trying to come, and I do it too quickly because I thought about Auschwitz.
It is a very good diet, the Auschwitz. Do you reckon Auschwitz was originally spelt with 2 I's? Because it was a hit class, like Auschwitz.
That's
It was a bit laboured.
That was really low.
that's the
That's really
stupidest,
laboured.
shittest thing
Yeah.
you've ever said.
Yeah.
Yeah. If you run a train on a anorexic girl, that's called an Auschwitz. And we're back, baby!
We're back. But yeah, thinner over fat,
Auschwitz
definitely.
with 2 eyes.
With 2 eyes.
Because it's like a hit class.
Yeah.
But it'd be in Germany, so it'd look like an umlaut. So it'd be like Auschwitz. Yeah.
It's a good diet, the Auschwitz diet.
Yeah?
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah. Nothing but gas.
Yeah, it works. Gas for breakfast,
Yeah.
dead.
How many thins is gas?
Oh, it's quite like about 7 million. Oh.
Maybe we should do our own version of Supersize versus Skinny.
I thought you were going to say maybe we should do our own version of Auschwitz then. I was like, no.
Right, we're going to have an interactive art installation at Dead Meat. We could have our long train that we've drawn that people could walk down. At the end, there'll be a shower, but we won't kill them. We'll just wash our fans.
That might kill him.
Yeah. It'd upset the delicate balance.
Our own version of Supersize versus Super Skinny.
Yeah.
You'd want me as Supersize,
I
wouldn't
think-
you?
Yes.
I mean, what else are you going to be?
So who'd be Super Skinny?
Problem is, I'm not super skinny anymore. We'd have to do this about 5 years ago when you were super fat and I was super skinny. And we could have swapped diets. But, you know, I eat quite a lot now.
You see, I never used to eat loads throughout the day. I would have one massive meal.
It must have been so big.
I'd just gorge.
It must have been so big. Like, how big was like your average big tea?
I could easily eat a pack of pasta.
Yeah.
Like a full pack.
What, like this big?
Yeah.
That's like 10 meals.
Yeah, I could eat
Like
a pack of pasta, no
I
problem.
would say if I'm having spaghetti, I will have like 2/3 of a pack, but and that's like monstrous, and people gasp when they see the amount of spaghetti I eat. A full pack.
Yeah.
You're a very tall man, though. You need
I'm
extra
6'7"
food.
as well. Yeah, like, you
But
know, like,
easily.
I'm huge.
Spaghetti's nice.
Spaghetti is nice. That wasn't my problem with it, Freddie.
Yeah,
I wasn't
exactly.
like, spaghetti? That wasn't the fucking issue, was it? It was the quantity of spaghetti.
I always want more pasta. Always.
Yeah.
So you just make it all.
Yeah. But, like, you know, that's why you shouldn't do intuitive eating.
I have one bag of pasta.
Just in case.
So that you don't have 5 bags.
5 or
Yeah,
6.
yeah,
Yeah. You don't want to, you know, it's good intuition there, Freddie. Nice.
I've sent some stuff over.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
I've got some a really funny little bit today. So
I like the subject of this one. All the small things, Blink 182 Tom.
Yeah, fun. That's good. Good
so
little music reference. Nice
So-
one, Freddie.
have you heard about the YouTuber that's being investigated for paedophilia?
Which one?
So
Is it Vaush?
Is it
So-
you?
I think it's Vaush. Yeah.
Right.
So he accidentally was on a live stream and he accidentally brought up his. You know, how every guy's got like a little folder on the computer.
I actually don't.
Do you
but
not?
Sure. No.
I've got a little folder on my computer.
Well, you
Why are
download
saving
porn.
it? It's all on. I've never got close to running out of internet porn.
No, I need
You
to.
know.
I don't like ever watching the same one twice.
Yeah. I would keep it moving.
No, but
I don't even save like I do it private browsers, so there isn't even a thing where you press P on my computer and you can find what I've been looking at. Like I
Oh,
keep
really?
it private.
I have some like images and stuff. So if I need to have a quick wank, you know, sometimes you need a quick wank.
Yeah.
The internet is so fast now. Like,
Yeah, but I don't want to be looking through videos and stuff. I get distracted.
what images are they?
So if I'm not telling you what images
What are
they
in the images?
It's your mum
Are they legal?
and your dad.
Wow, these are right.
Well, then you have to save them.
Yeah,
You don't-
How
he
much?
might leave.
Yeah, it's not porn. It's just family photos. It's just like his wedding day, wedding pictures.
Can I have a look?
I just like tugging one out because I know what's going to happen. Do you know what I mean?
You're not in any of the photos. He made you hold the camera.
So anyway, this guy was on his live and he brought up his fucking
Yeah.
folder accidentally, and some of them were like this special kind of Japanese.
Lolly hentai. It's called. It's named after Lolita.
Yeah.
You know the Nabokov novel.
So it's you're trying to guess which one it is, aren't you?
Well, you just said Japanese, so I thought I'd go early, but it's not that one.
Nope.
But like, I've also seen a couple of little clips of this guy talking about this that are very damning. Is this what you got?
So this is his excuse for watching Japanese kind of kids.
Right. I will also follow this up with something as
It's-
well for you.
I honestly love this.
Yeah.
I thought it was Like, when
Yeah.
you're guilty,
Yeah.
when the excuse that you're making
Yeah.
is just ridiculous.
Oh, I'm delighted. I've got another clip. I should have sent you this, but I will in a second. I will find you a thing to follow this.
Okay.
The other one is like a threesome with 2 chicks and a guy. And in retrospect, looking at it, knowing now that artist is a lolicon, yeah, I can see it. When I looked at it, I think the vibe that I got was like short stack, thick kind of thing. You know what I mean? Like the way like goblins get drawn in porn. You'll have to entertain me for a moment on this presumed shared knowledge of how goblins get drawn in pornography. But you know how they're all like thick short stacks, right?
No,
So
I
he was
thought it
watching child porn and he thought it was goblins.
Yeah.
How ugly were these kids?
That'd be the worst thing. Is if your kid was in child porn and some guy was caught with it
Oh,
on
I thought it
his
was a
thing.
goblin.
Sorry, your child is thick, as in fat, like a goblin.
Oh, I thought it was Lord of the Rings or something. Looking at that fucking minger.
Fucking Lord of the Mings.
I thought it was a fucking Uruk-hai.
Oh my god.
That is an amazing excuse. I thought it was goblin porn. It's fucking wild, isn't it? I like the bit where he goes, you know how they're drawn in pornography? So what do you mean drawn? Pornography is filmed, you fucking freak. Like, I find it so weird people masturbating to drawings. Why don't you just draw a pair of tits on a pad and knock one out to that? I find it so weird. It's also gay. A man drew that. You're gay.
Yeah, but you could say that about filmed part. Like a man filmed that.
Yeah, but I'm looking at a woman's pussy.
No, yeah, exactly. A drawing is an idea from a man's mind.
Yeah.
that
It's
you
come out of a
masturbate
man's
over.
hand.
I think most porn, though, the idea has come from a man's mind.
Sure, but I'm looking at a woman's pussy. You know,
Yeah,
like that. That's the main event.
I thought
Not just a drawing of what I think is a goblin, but is actually a child.
I thought
Yeah.
that this was a little goblin that
Yeah.
I was masturbating to.
So, like, this guy is like, he's absolutely fucked. So, like, there's a big podcast, H3N3. It's like a massive internet podcast. And they, like, a big thing they do is sort of like, looking at, like, creators who are scumbags and that. And then, like, I saw some clips of this dude, and like, we don't even need to find it. I'll just tell you what fucking happened. Basically, they found 2 clips of him from separate streams where they were like, here's piece of evidence A, and here's piece of evidence B. Piece of evidence A is this dude on a stream going like, look, right, I've never like done it on purpose, but like sometimes, you look back after you've had a wank and you're like, oh, fuck, some of those drawings were a bit young. Some of those are like, oh, and like you realize, oh, actually, some of those were lolly. Right, he's like saying that.
Doesn't
What is
make-
lolly? I've never heard of this.
It's
before.
like hentai, so like Japanese drawing stuff, kid porn.
Right.
It's Lolita it's from, like like the book about. a
Because
paedophile.
in Japan, literally drawing child porn isn't illegal.
Yeah,
It's
and there's
kind of
loads
like
of it.
it's kind of a thing that everybody accepts is all right.
I
Nobody's
don't know if I'd go that far.
No,
It's
no, no.
actually very controversial, but it's
No,
like
but I mean-
it's there.
they go well, it's not child porn, it's just a drawing. So
Yeah, but like so he was like, we've all been there. You've had a wank, you look back and you go, I think some of those might have been child porn.
that literally does not exist as a concept.
No, I have firstly never wanked to a cartoon.
No.
Not once.
No, I
literally
couldn't.
not once.
I don't think I could.
There are full videos of women with like people's heads up their cunt. What more do you need?
I might be able to whack one out to a photorealistic drawing.
I mean, I definitely could in a pinch, but it's never going to be my first choice. If you're on the internet, you can dial up whatever you fucking want, super specifically. If you're choosing a drawing, that's weird.
I'm definitely going to be able to masturbate to AI.
Oh, yeah. Have you seen the
Yeah.
new videos that have come out?
My
They're
God.
amazing.
I will. All right, just to finish off this point before we jump on to the next one, and also this is going to upset me, innit? Like the second clip was of this dude going, "Hey," and he was on a totally separate stream, and he's like, "I don't buy it when people like watch lolly and then say it's unconnected to like feelings towards actual children. That's insane. Obviously, if you're watching lolly, then you're into fucking kids." And they were just like, "Ta-da!"
Wow.
That guy said that.
Yeah.
So it's like, you don't like goblins, you little pedo. Yeah.
Also, nobody likes goblins.
I reckon even other goblins would watch human porn.
I think I'd rather say I'm a paedophile than like the fucking
Yeah,
goblins.
100%. If I was like masturbating to a Lord of the Rings cartoon and someone caught me, they'd be like, it's child porn. Don't
Yeah,
worry, it's child porn.
It's Madeline. It's Madeline.
I was watching
Goblins.
goblin porn.
I mean, There's famously nothing attractive about goblins. They're
Famously.
gross little fucking creatures.
Yeah.
And I know
And
this.
dwarves.
I know this because Mr. Wizard's been to Gringotts Bank. Had to break out of there. And I did.
Fucking hell. The Army of the Dead needs you. Join us at patreon.com/Dead Men Talk Pod to get even more from this podcast. If you love it, you can get an extra episode every week. We've got loads of specials on there. There's more stuff going up all the time. And most importantly, you are the reason, you who've signed up to the Army of the Dead, are the reason that we can go so hard. The reason we don't need to give a fuck about upsetting anybody is that we have you behind us. So join us at patreon.com/Dead Men Talk Pod. Get yourself a free trial for a week if you like. It's £3 a month. You get loads of extra stuff. Now, here's a little taster of a recent episode from Patreon for you to enjoy.
My wife had our wonderful second child 2 years ago.
And now we're fanny's dry as fuck.
She was diagnosed with postnatal depression, and I have been trying to support her where I can. Extra school runs, encourage her to do various fun acts, housework, etc. Oh, extra housework, etc.
Tweet, did you think fun acts was where that ended?
Well, I thought it was fun activities such as housework.
You know, darling, that fun stuff you do with the iron and the broom.
You love that.
You're always giggling as you're doing the hoovering.
Encourage her to do fun activities, extra housework, etc. I've not had sex for 2 years as the medication she is on has ruined her libido. How do I kickstart our sex life? I'm a hands-on husband with house chores and life admin as it is, and I've taken up exercise, lost 1.5 stone, to keep on top of my own appearance. I've tried date nights and organised babysitters, etc., but nothing seems to get her interested. I would rate myself at least a 7, so I'm not a total minger.
Cheat on her.
This is our best.
I knew that'd be your answer. It's your answer to everything. Cheat on your missus.
Taxi turns late. Cheat on your missus.
You'll probably get away with it as well.
Oh, yeah, she's not looking. She doesn't care.
No, she's
Like-
not. The only thing that she's looking at is the baby. Try not to shake it to death.
Fucking hell. Fucking hell. You'd think I'd be used to it. Every now and again, you still rug pull me.
She's just there at home like fucking...
Not today, baby.
Yeah, and you're like, why won't you do that to my dick?
Treat it like it's the baby.
Put a pillow over it. Pillow over my knob and suffocate
Why are you
it.
trying to put my dick down the laundry chute? So it was showing me AI videos that are going to make me sad.
Oh, yeah. Right, so...
This is insane. Do you
I
remember?
know they're insane. This is what upsets me. They're really good.
No, but a year ago...
I know. This is what upsets me. It's incredibly fast how good they're getting.
Yeah,
That's
yeah.
the sad. That's the scary thing.
So do you remember a year ago there was the Will Smith eating spaghetti thing?
Yeah.
And it was like, did you never see
well,
that?
like a year ago, they had like fucking 19 fingers. You know, like.
So there's a thing that went viral, Will Smith eating spaghetti,
Yeah.
and it was an AI-generated thing, and it was literally like a fucking fever dream.
Yeah.
It was
And
terrible.
everybody was like, this is ridiculous. 1 year later,
Yeah.
and they're fucking...
So this is
I
flat.
know.
just-
It gets exponentially better.
It's
like-
just text to videos. You just write in what you want, and
Yeah.
it comes up with this. This is Chinese Year of the Dragon. It's just amazing. Like,
Yeah.
it's incredible.
Yeah.
It's terrifying,
The world is
but
fucked.
I'm going to use it loads.
Sure, we're all going to use it loads, and the world is fucked. We're absolutely fucked.
Look at this guy, close to a man in glasses.
Yeah.
That's a real man. That's got to be a real man.
How do we prove anything? We are fucked. Literally everything now. You go, that's AI. Like, we're literally at the point where you can't have truth. It's fucked. Like, can we stop watching these? They genuinely really upset me. Like, I really hate it.
Let's
like,
watch more then.
Nah, like, it creeps me out.
It's going to be so funny.
That's a
when-
lovely dog. What's creepy about that? It's a lovely little dog.
In a couple of weeks, people are going to be like, have you got any videos this week, Tom? It's just AI.
This
Yeah.
is it. This is it, though. Like, you know, we're not be able to believe literally anything. Like, it just... Every time I see one and you're like, look, wow, amazing it's got. It's like, that's even more sad. Like, the more it gets good, the more troubling it is. And it's going to be so far beyond our comprehension so quickly. Do you think you're on, like, stuff like that? Like, you know, nanas. There's a thing on TikTok where, like, people show their nana Grand Theft Auto and say it's the news. And they're like, what? What is that going to do? How are we going to have an election when you can just make a video of anything? You can make a video of like fucking Keir Starmer bumming a child and go, look, Keir Starmer.
Yeah, but
bums
most
kids."
nanas will be dead.
Yeah, but he has
soon.
to, because if he doesn't do it once.
Yeah, he'd bum 5 or 6.
Yeah.
Keir Starmer would never be interested enough to bum a kid.
No.
It'd just be like, if you like bumming kids, that's fine. And if you don't, that's also fine.
Yeah. I'm not going to bum a child, but I will stand by and watch them die.
Yeah. I'll stand by while someone else bums a child and not say anything. I'll just sort of look in the other direction.
Yeah. Couldn't possibly pick a fucking side with this.
Yeah. But yeah, I'm genuinely terrified. There's going to be loads of amazing cool things that come out of like these AI tools. And it means that like loads of people are going to be able to create loads of cool shit. That's going to be fucking sick. Like there's going to be loads of good shit. There's going to be loads of like crazy good advances in like medicine and stuff like that. It just worries me. How the fuck do we prove anything? Like how do you have any video evidence of anything? You know, if you could just generate perfect
Well,
videos.
surely...
So it's going to get to a point where it's perfect.
Surely, and again, I'm not an expert or anything like that, but surely...
We should have that qualification on every topic we talk about.
Surely the same people who are coding these AI models and stuff will be able to code anti-AI detection software.
Who do you think is coding this? It's not a person coding this. AIs are coding this. We don't know how AIs work already. There are already loads of, they're called black box AIs, where no human understands the process that is happening inside it. The AI generates its own code. We are fucked. Like,
Is that really a thing? 'Cause if that is a thing, that's
it's already
terrifying.
a thing.
Google black box AI.
It's already a thing.
A few months ago, I said that we all lived in a simulation,
Uh-huh.
and you laughed at me and said it was stupid. This is further evidence that we definitely live in a simulation.
If we
You're
lived
such
in
a
a
moron.
if we lived in a simulation, then there would be someone better than you doing this job.
Maybe there is in another simulation.
Oh, God, I want to live in that dimension so badly.
But you're assuming that this is a perfect simulation.
The other
But it's not.
No, it's clearly fucking not.
Well,
It's
there's loads of
clearly
shit
not.
going on.
Look, all right, I will happily live in a simulation if I get someone who can fucking Google for
But
themselves.
you don't get to decide whether you live in a simulation.
No, clearly not.
No. but
Clearly not, Tom.
To think that we're the only ones that aren't in a simulation is mental.
If
don't
you
think
had the
we did-
choice,
oh
here's
my
a question for you, Tom. If you had the choice of getting in let's say you get in a tube, like a cryogenics tube,
Yeah.
and in that tube you live your dream life.
Yeah.
You get sucked off once.
whatever
Sold.
whatever your dream life is. Let's say you're 5'10" or something like that.
You're
Let's really-
5'10" and you're a producer on a slightly more successful podcast.
Oh,
your
the
dream
unstoppable.
life. Your dream life.
I am. I do the crush session.
So yeah, but you've got to, and you won't have any recollection of your past life.
Yeah.
It can be, and you can be married to a supermodel. You can live in a fucking mansion. You can do whatever you like. You can be the best football player in the world. Whatever you want, you can have. Would you get in and do it?
Yeah, maybe I already have done that. Maybe my life before this was way worse.
But you said like it was no. But you get in knowing that it was fake.
All right. Great. Do I know it's fake when I'm in it?
Tom is not a deep thinker, Freddie. Is what
But do
you've
I
got to
know it's
understand.
fake when I'm in
He's
it?
not-
What's that, right?
Do I know it's fake when I'm in it?
No.
Well, then, yeah, that'd be brilliant.
Well-
What's the downside?
So you'd sever all times with your family.
But they don't exist anyway.
Tom, Tom.
No. Now they exist. Now this is real.
This is a choice. You can go tomorrow.
But I don't think it is real.
Oh, Jesus
You
Christ.
fucking idiot. The thing is, if you would make that choice, just start doing heroin. That's literally the same thing. You can just do smack. You'll feel great all the time in your real world
There's
life.
quite
on
a
the
few
shit.
negatives about doing smack.
I think there's quite a few negatives to being in a cryogenic tube, Tom.
What? If,
Well-
if I'm living my perfect life in my head,
Yeah.
what are the negatives
While
to
your
me?
body entropies
it's-
and
because
dies,
it's
it
not-
withers.
Because
die anyway.
And it's
because-
not real.
the value of an imperfect life is far more valuable than a perfect life that isn't real.
Says you.
Ah, yes, Sensei. Thank you for your wisdom.
Well, yeah,
Ah.
that's literally it in
The
a
value
nutshell.
of an imperfect life. What's the value of a fat life with a shit heart? Sorry, I was actually agreeing with you for a bit. I
Yeah,
just
you
couldn't-
were.
I
mean,
was.
Yeah,
I just couldn't help some friendly fire.
I stuck up for you, and what you did was you shot sideways.
You just sounded
No
like
need for
you
it.
sounded like a pretentious wank for a second. You sounded like me.
I sounded
It's
like
what-
a pretentious
You
wank.
sounded like me.
According
right
to
then.
Mr. What is going to be the value of anything AI?
Yeah.
I sounded like a pretentious
You sounded
wank.
like Mr. Miyagi.
That's how you sound.
Oh, I've got a full Chinese in me.
So you
Sorry,
sound
Mr.
all the
Karate.
time.
Yeah.
Either way, you asking me what I want is irrelevant. What I'm saying is it's very, very unlikely that this is the real world. It's much more likely that this is a simulation.
It's so insane. You keep saying this, and it's such.
It is. If they
It
could
doesn't
make videos,
solve anything, Tom.
It-
It just means there's another layer.
Oh,
Because there has to be something outside the simulation. So you're not.
absolutely.
Okay.
But
Tom,
to say we're the top is
I'm
mental.
saying with the top.
Tom, chop one of your fingers off for $1,000.
No.
It's a
I'll give you
simulation.
a grand. It's a simulation. doesn't
Simulation
matter.
doesn't matter.
But it does matter to me because I am in it.
Yeah, and you get £1,000.
Oh wow!
So this-
£1,000
As
for a
opposed
finger.
to one of these fingers that doesn't exist because it's a simulation.
But it does exist to me.
This is already exactly.
But just 'cause
I
it exists to
think,
me-
therefore I am.
Yeah,
That's
yeah.
all we have.
Absolutely.
So what you're
I
saying
can
is
see-
more likely is such bullshit. If you just say more likely at the start of something, it doesn't make it actually more likely. It's going. It's way more likely that I'm getting fucking blown by a robot under the desk. No, it's not. We're not more likely in a simulation. You fucking little spastic.
Definitely are. and
What
here's- and here's why.
amazing debate in there,
Yeah.
Rob, of just shouting.
Yeah, just shouting and not
It
listening
works
to
so
my
well.
theory.
It works so well.
It does.
It works every
It
time.
does, but I'm calling you up on it from now on. This is what
Don't, because that's
your
how we bully
only
Tom.
tactic.
Yes, but it works really well.
Okay.
Honestly,
That's how you deny science.
Freddie, if you stop me shouting stuff, we don't have a podcast.
Oh God, you're right.
I don't think you realise how much of this is me just shouting random
Well, in
shit.
that case, Rob, shout away. Shout.
Thank you.
Shout like you've never shot before.
Shut up, you stupid little spacker!
Go. You can do it
That's a
louder.
good point.
Thank
That's a
you.
good point.
Thank you. I rest my case. You are a stupid little spacker. That's inarguable.
What?
Oh,
It's
yeah.
much more likely that you're a spacker than you're not.
Oh yeah, but I think that about everyone.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I
So-
spack, therefore I am.
So have a look at some of the other stuff that I
Yeah.
sent you.
Yeah.
Have a look at Japan Cafe.
Okay. Japanese cafe uses robots controlled by paralyzed people.
Just let some people not have a job.
I know. That's exactly what I
Does
thought.
everyone have to be like productive?
Just imagine that you're led in bed, right? Absolutely paralyzed, can't move, and then one day a doctor comes up to you and he goes, "Good news, there's been a development in technology.
Oh yeah.
You've got a job."
But I can't move.
Yeah. Excuse me for not jumping for joy, Doctor.
Sorry, I'm currently blinking with happiness. But like,
what sort of-
what
what's-
brilliant job have I got? Do I get to be a designer? Do I get to use my mental skills and my creativity?
Yeah, I used to be an architect before this. Does that mean I'll get to do that again? Not quite. No, you are going to be a waiter in a themed
Table
cafe.
36 needs a burrito, so fucking chop chop.
Just move your eyes. Just slightly move your eyes.
Can you imagine? Like,
Do you know how much they get paid an hour as well?
how much?
£7.
Fucking hell. Well, I suppose they got many expenses in it.
Yeah,
But
don't
like,
need.
no commute. But like, it's so depressing. Can you imagine though if you were at that cafe, how bad something would have to be before I complained to a paralysed person about it? If I knew that a quadriplegic had to get it with their eyes, it'd have to be on fire and full of cum before I even said anything. It's like if they could bring me a fucking steak and I'd be like, well, I guess I'm not vegetarian anymore. I'm just gonna have to fucking eat this.
Yeah.
I feel the opposite because you're not talking to the paraplegic people. You're talking to the robots, right?
I think the robot is the paraplegic person at that point.
Yeah,
though.
but in my reality, they just like
You
a robot.
push it over. You'd be
I
like, there you
would.
go. It's much more realistic now.
Unscrew its wheels.
How?
It's just this obsession with getting everyone into work. Just like, let some
Yeah,
people
yeah.
not. Fewer people should be working. That
Also-
should be the benefit of like, the payoff was meant to be, we have the horrible AI controlling everything, but that does all the
Also-
work and we can all chill.
Also, do you know what's mad is that they could take this exact technology
Yeah.
and use it to let this person like play with their kids.
Yeah.
Maybe.
Why don't we use that robot to get the paraplegic stuff? Why is the person with legs being brought stuff by a paraplegic with a robot? Can you imagine that? If you're like, your sandwich is out of reach, you've got a robot that fetches sandwiches, but it's in a cafe next door bringing some cunt who can walk its soup. You'd be absolutely livid. You've got to sit there pissing pissing yourself in an adult nappy because you can't move
I
anywhere.
feel like we've had all the ingredients were here for a good idea.
You're so close to helping.
It's just not really come together the right way, has
Good
it?
news! We've got a well that can be operated remotely by people in African villages, so it can provide clean drinking water to the town centre in Norwich.
It's insane, isn't it?
It's fucking wild. If that again, surely that's the one upside of being crippled. Is that you get to not have a job.
Yeah.
You get to go, you look, right, I can only move my eyelids, but at least I don't have to go to fucking work on Monday.
And
that's your one little payoff.
And this is why I am all for disability living allowance.
Yeah.
Because I always feel like if you're disabled, then you've got enough on your plate.
Yeah, chill
and
out.
also, I get frustrated with able-bodied service people.
Exactly.
Do you know what I mean? Like,
yeah. I don't need it. Like, stay the fuck home. Like, yeah, I think we should double it.
yeah, exactly.
But
Like if you got Parkinson's,
Yeah.
I don't need you as a mechanic. Do
Well,
you know what
yeah.
I mean?
I don't need you bringing me drinks.
Yeah.
The tray's going to be everywhere.
Yeah.
Yeah. You can hear that fucking rattling coming. Like, oh, for
Yeah.
fuck's
If
sake.
you've got motor neuron disease,
Yeah.
we don't need you as a bus driver.
Yeah.
What jobs would someone with Parkinson's be good at? Happy
Co-
endings?
Cocktail maker.
Cocktail maker,
Cocktail
that would be
maker,
quite good. Maraca player.
What about
Masseuse.
Yeah.
masseuse is a good one.
Yeah.
What about? No, I was going to say
Sex worker.
I was going to say like
Yeah.
painter and decorator. Then if you
No.
could try and get it up
Jesus
the wall.
Christ, what are you on
Up
about?
the wall.
That's the last job you want them slapping
I
paint
mean,
everywhere.
it's not the last job, is it? Surgeon is probably the last job. I'd say, you know, if you had a choice, you could have a guy with Parkinson's. He either does your living room or does your grandma. You're like living room.
Or one of those statues that they have in this high street. That'd be a bad job for them.
Human statue.
What about like a vibrating chair at an airport?
That's not a job, is it? A vibrating chair.
Just
So
sit
what,
like this with a
experience?
hand out.
What experience do you have as a vibrating chair?
It's just like, it's just this obsession with making everyone fucking useful. I just find like wild. Just like let people not be.
Yeah.
We don't all need to be doing stuff. There isn't enough work for everyone. We're already making up such bullshit jobs to try and keep people employed. We should just give poor people money and then leave them alone. Fine.
Yeah.
I don't give a shit.
But they'll spunk it on big TVs.
Cool. Enjoy your big telly.
Yeah.
Like, who cares?
No, you can only. We'll give you the benefits, but you can only have it on what I say you can have.
Yeah, you can only have small tellies.
Yeah.
What do you reckon the smallest telly
Tellies
you
are
can
so
buy
cheap.
now? Yeah.
You can get a 50-inch telly new for like 300 quid.
No,
Yeah.
you've got to have gruel 3 times a day,
Uh-huh.
and you are only allowed one telly, but the sound only comes out of one. Oh, you're allowed one telly, average TV, but the remote doesn't work, and
You've
you've
gotta
got
get
to
up every
get
time.
up and change the channel.
Yeah.
Teach them to get up off their asses.
Right.
Maybe that should be a fat person thing.
Yeah.
No remotes for fat people.
God, yeah, all right. I'm going to nick Freddy's remote.
Yeah.
But
Sorry.
you do realise that if you,
I'm giving a bounty now, right? I will give anyone £100 if they give me Freddy Quinne's TV remote.
So I,
Game on.
so I guess now, I guess now,
Get me the remote.
so-
Show me a photo of you in his house to
So-
prove it.
so I
I
guess.
want to see the paint swatches on the wall that he's never painted over.
Shut up. I guess now isn't a good time to point out that I actually have 2 TV remotes
Why'd you have 2 remotes?
because I couldn't be asked getting up to find the other one.
Sorry. Were you sat watching TV, couldn't change a channel, and just ordered another one?
That's exactly
You went
what
on your
happened.
phone and you bought another remote.
They're only about 25 quid.
Sure, but it takes another day to come. So were you just like, well, I guess I'm watching this channel till tomorrow?
Yeah, well, I just got tired of having to get up and find the remote. So
So you're like, I would just have multiple remotes around the house, so wherever I am.
yes,
How many have you got now?
2.
Right,
Well,
just 2.
3 because I've got another telly upstairs.
Yeah.
You know, once I was so hungover and lazy, I wanted to know what time it was, and I had a watch on, but rather than rotating my arm, I pressed the button on the TV remote to see what time it was, because it was easier to do.
Right, I have hungover bought a film on Amazon Prime that was on the shelf in a DVD next to my telly. So I was like, it's £3 to not have to walk over there. Done.
That's funny.
But ordering a remote and waiting a day for it to come is
know,
it's
you
just
can-
such a funny image of you sat in front of a channel you don't want to watch, waiting for a postman to come in 24 hours.
You know the worst thing about this is you can download an app on your phone that controls your TV.
That's
if you've
not-
got a smart TV.
Tom, that is not the worst thing.
It is, because that'd be so much easier to do.
Yeah, it was so much smarter than what he's doing. And at some point, he's got to go up to shit. You just get the remote when
And
you
to
do that.
open the door for the remote.
I didn't know where the remote was, so looking for it was the issue.
Right.
I always kept losing the remote.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Gaffer tape it to your sofa.
Or your hand.
Yeah, that's true. Get it grafted in.
Or
Yeah.
just have 2 remotes.
That's what Elon Musk should be working on. Channel 3.
Yeah, that'd be good. Channel 3? My granddad.
Yeah.
Put it on the other side.
ITVX. Shut up, you brand name cunt.
God.
But yeah, let fucking cripples stay at home and not work, I think. Jesus fucking Christ. You'd have to tip at that restaurant. Would you tip that?
No. They're not even getting up. They're not even doing the work.
Their eyes are working well hard.
They'd tip them less. I'd take money off them. If
Have
anything.
we, have
I'd
we
take
got,
the robot home. They can do work around the house, then I give it to him.
have we got Cunt of the Week?
We've not, because we only do that when we guest and when we've had them sent in.
Cunt of the week's so dead.
It's
He's
not.
so
It's
dead.
coming back when there's a guest.
It had 1 week where I was like, you know what, this might actually work as a feature.
Yeah.
And then we've had 0 sent in, and I was like, it's only for guests. Yeah.
We have had some sent in. We've only got 2 though.
Advice
Oh,
or
we've got advice, yeah.
questions or whatever.
Got all
Do
that.
you want to do anything, Tom?
All
Come
that
on,
good
sort your
shit.
out.
Got all that good shit.
Okay.
That one's for Patreon. Advice from a cunt.
I actually don't care if any of you live or die.
It's called Pilots. Hello, not gay Tom. Hello. I'm in need of some advice. I want to change my career from being an electrician and become a pilot. For context, I'm 30 years old, I'm married, and have 3 kids. I would have to finance it, and I would put myself in 90 grand's worth of debt. Should I go for it or not bother? Thanks, Jay.
Yes. Right, you got anything else? I have no idea. What the fuck? Why are you asking us?
Exactly, that's weird, isn't
Are
it?
we careers advice now?
Uh,
Who looks at us and goes, "Oh, these are guys who know how to deal with finances
And
what the
careers.
What the fuck are you on about? My career is calling my mate fat.
Honestly,
What are you on about? I don't fucking know. How much do pilots earn? How easy is it to get a job as a pilot?
They earn a
Electrician-
lot.
Electricians earn a lot, do they not?
we are not mates.
I was talking about him.
Oh, right, okay. It's a really irresponsible thing to do, I think.
It depends
Look,
on if you got any set. Yeah,
Basically, I know they say follow your dreams, but it should be parentheses until you're 30 with 3 kids.
yeah,
Close
it's like
parentheses.
your life's over now.
Yeah. It was
You've tagged
look,
out.
I'm sorry, mate. I'm sorry to be the one to say that to you, but like when you have 3 children and you're 30, follow your dreams isn't relevant anymore. Follow your
Yeah.
dreams is for your 20s. That's
Yeah.
what follow your dreams
Follow
is.
your dreams isn't until you have a kid.
Follow your dreams.
Do what you want until you've had a kid.
Follow your dreams is also terrible advice for most people because, the advice that people always get when they're particularly new comedians, they always hear is follow your dreams, and if you believe in yourself, never give up. Keep going and never give up.
Yeah.
And the advice should be never give up if you have some talent. Because there are
Yeah.
loads of people who never give up despite being shite. How do you know you're going to be good at being a pilot?
Also,
You
there's
know?
another
That's
thing.
true,
There's
yeah.
another thing as well is that I would imagine, especially because the job is if the job was quantity surveyor,
Yeah.
I could get on board with it a bit more. But I think that because it's pilot, I think that he's got a romanticized view of what being a pilot is.
Yeah.
Being in the sky, everyone.
That's not
giving
really
the-
romanticised, is it?
You're not going to be in the sky, you fucking idiot.
You're going to be one of the ground pilots.
No, like I think he thinks that the whole job is being in the sky and.
And
like,
again, a lot of it is.
No, but it probably
A
isn't.
big portion of it is.
probably isn't. So there's probably a huge portion of the job that's like paperwork and shit.
Loads of that.
Like
There's
a dull
There's
shit.
loads of checks, and flying isn't that exciting, most of it. Because most of it, once you're up, you just put it in autopilot, you just sit there for 9 hours, you know.
Well, so this is it. I think he thinks it's all getting sucked off by fucking stewardesses.
yeah.
And everyone, you're going to walk through the airport and everyone would be like,
And you're in a
look,
different
son,
exotic
that's a
country
pi-
every week, but you go to the airport, wait for your flight, and go back. You're just sat in a terminal. You know, that's not.
Depends where
doing
you
something.
go. If you're doing long haul, then you stay there for a few days because
It
you got to
depends.
have days off.
This guy isn't going to be doing long haul though. Like that, you get those sort of flights after fucking 20 years.
Yeah,
in the
yeah,
industry.
long haul's
He's
the
going to
fucking-
the Isle of Man. You know, he's doing the
Oh,
shite
that
that no one
flight.
else. That was dodgy as fuck.
Right, Google how to become a pilot, and let's see what the fucking process is.
Yeah.
Because I'm telling you now, I think
90
that-
grand is a lot of debt.
I think as well, your first job out of pilot school will be working for Ryanair on
100%.
25k.
Yeah,
a
if you
fucking
can
year.
even get that, I bet it's probably oversubscribed.
You have to have so many air miles, don't you? So a lot of people do go for the RAF to becoming a commercial pilot. I think.
Also, like, being an electrician's a really good job. You can earn shitloads being an electrician.
I
you can
think-
set your own hours. Like,
I think what's happened here is he's got 3 kids,
and
they're shit.
Right,
And
they're annoying.
he's thinking, how can I get
Get
away?
the fuck away. Yeah.
Pilot, you're away a lot.
Right.
Very rarely do pilots
how
work
about-
from home.
How about this, right? Buy yourself the uniform. Right, buy yourself a little pilot's uniform. Tell your family you've retrained and you've got a job as a pilot. And then just fuck off for a week. Go be an electrician. Do that for like 2 days. Then just have the rest of the week to yourself. You know.
That's not a bad.
Go on, have a
idea,
look.
actually,
Have a
yeah.
look and see how you become a pilot. Let's have a look here. Oh, hang about. What's that?
The aviation industry is unpredictable and pilot training is incredibly expensive.
First sentence.
Yeah, it's not great. Right.
You'll need an airline transport pilot license.
Yeah.
Oh, you're ATPL.
Yeah. The minimum age to commence is 18, but you cannot get an ATPL until you're 21. Well, he's 30, so that's good.
Yeah.
It can take 18 months to qualify.
Yeah.
If you've
Are there
previously
any jobs in being a pilot? It feels like something that would be way oversubscribed. Any cool job is hard to get because more people want to do it.
So
than
also,
I looked
there
into it
are
when I
jobs.
looked into it when I left uni, very briefly.
Didn't meet the height restrictions.
That's it, yeah. But the only way you could do it, basically, you got to get someone to remortgage a house. That's how most people do it.
Yeah.
They get the parents to remortgage a house, and then they go away to America. But you can't drink for all of your training.
Yeah.
It takes 18 months. You're not allowed any alcohol, any fun for these 18 months while you train.
So here's the thing as well: is during that 18 months, he's not allowed to fucking work.
Yeah.
So it's actually going to cost him more than 90
Yeah,
grand.
because you've also got to factor in the cost of not having that earnings.
Yeah, it'll probably, especially with 3 kids, it'll probably cost him close to 150k.
Why do you want to do a job where you're getting drug tested all the time? If you're an electrician, you can turn up on gear. Like, you know, like just fucking, you can have a well more fun life being a Sparky.
Do you know what you should do, Jay? Legitimately, is you should stick to being an electrician, which, by the way, it's a golden age to be right
It's
now.
unbelievable. Being a tradesman is the fucking way. How about spend that 90k on drugs?
No, or here's what you should do. You should just have it as a hobby. You should just, sometimes on a Saturday, go down to an airfield.
Flight simulator.
And play. No,
You could
get
buy
in.
for 90 grand. You could buy a sick flight simulator for your house.
Yeah, totally.
It's
But like,
mad
yeah,
that.
have it as a little hobby
Right,
if you're
Google
that into it.
pilot entry jobs. Let's see how much you. I'm just genuinely curious to find out how much.
Pilot salary. That's
No,
all.
No,
because-
that's not what he wants.
Not
Why
what we
why
want.
are you riffing this, Tom?
Entry
Because you
jobs.
just said how much do we want to know
he
how
had-
much
he
you
had-
earn.
No, right. Loath as I am to stick up for Freddy, he gave you a very clear instruction, very clear that you just decided to fucking go off on.
Right.
Yeah, let's
How
have
do
a
I
look.
get a job as a pilot with no experience? Just scroll down a little bit. There you go. Click that one. To get a private pilot license.
A commercial pilot needs 250 hours of flight time.
Right, to Google pilot entry job salary, and then we'll see. We'll just say what you'd
That is what he
expect.
put before.
Oh, you want
You've-
salary now, do you?
Yes. Why are you
First,
scrolling down?
first one.
Why are you
just
scrolling down?
literally the
How
first-
much does a first pilot job pay? 24 grand.
Oh,
in
Fucking
large company.
hell. I earned that as a fucking admin assistant for a sales company.
Oh,
Second
my-
officer peaks around 58 grand, while first officer salaries can reach 75 grand.
Oh,
which is a great
it's-
salary. Look, like
Yeah,
first,
but you need to be.
but that's
you need,
first officer.
you
If
need-
you've got your own electrician business,
You can earn that.
you can
No,
earn
no,
that.
but if you should have been doing this, mate, when you were 21, 22.
Yeah, you missed
Some
the boat.
dreams are just meant to die, and this is one of those, unfortunately.
Some dreams are meant to die.
They are, though, aren't
I
they?
I know.
Did you have a dream that's what kind of thing did you want to do that you were just like, I'm not going to be good?
I
at
wanted to
this?
be a rock star. I wanted to be in a band, but I'm not very good at writing music. You know?
Oh, you can't sing either, can you?
I can sing. I'm
no,
alright.
you can't.
I
Sing a
can
song.
No.
Go on.
I could like indie
Yeah,
sing.
that's typical rock star attitude there, isn't it?
This is why I'm not one, mate. I was really good at doing drugs, like shagging slags. I was good at that bit.
Yeah. But there must
like-
have been a point where you were like, I don't think I'm going to be a rock star.
Yeah, totally. Like I played in a couple of like bands where it just didn't quite work. I just wasn't good at it. I'm just not good at writing music.
Yeah,
like I
yeah,
know
yeah.
what I like in music, but I can't come up with it. Like, you know, some people can. It just flows out of people.
What,
also,
like those
also
who-
you know what it's like. I'm not good at working with other people. You know, you're well aware of
That
this.
is
You
true.
know, so like, I needed to do something solitary.
Well, I could have
but there
been
was a
your-
moment where I was like, yeah, I'm not going to be in a band. You know.
I could have been your Bernie Taupin.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, you saw how quickly I came up with that improvised rap.
Yeah, that's what I needed. No, I can write words in that. I just can't do like the music and stuff. don't
I
think
can
of
do that
any
as
music.
well.
Oh yeah.
Do you want a good beat?
Oh yes.
Yes.
Ba-do do 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 ba-do do 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 do.
Oh, good. He's come up with some YouTube royalty-free music.
Well, you write around it.
No, I can't. That's literally what I'm saying. I'm
Ah.
literally saying right now I am bad at that, so I didn't choose that as a career. But that is exactly it. My dream was like if I went to my missus now.
It's catchy.
It is catchy. I already have.
Hello, my name is Rob Mulholland, and I'm singing a crazy song.
I
Look at that,
smell a
see?
number one here. What a
Really
song
good.
this is.
Really good. I'm
See?
singing a crazy song.
Yeah, well,
That song is crazy.
because you're a rock star, they do
crazy,
crazy things.
yeah.
I like taking weed and smoking
Taking weed?
drugs.
And smoking drugs.
Well, we can change it
Flip
around.
that
I like
Yeah.
taking drugs and smoking weed.
I do like those things.
I'm
No,
the
but like-
best rock star that you've ever seen.
It's a
Yeah,
bit on
yeah,
the
yeah.
nose.
It's
Not
a
very
bit on the
metaphors
nose.
in
Yeah,
this.
yeah, yeah. But like,
Really?
I have
I
like
can do metaphors.
to pull it
Go
back.
on, do
to-
a metaphor.
I am a mountain of musical perfection.
I'm a mountain of musical perfection.
Come and climb up me. There you go.
It's like a Cardi B song.
Maybe we should go for Christmas number one again
Yeah.
with this hit.
But, yeah, to slightly pull it back to it, what I was saying is, like, even though I've got a stupid fucking flim-flam of a job, it's something like I'm good at. So, like, if I went back to my missus and went, I'm jacking it in to start a band, she'd be like, what the no, you're not. It's like, what the
Yeah.
fuck are you on about? Obviously, because it's stupid. So you kind of like, you've already got a good job, is the thing. If you were like, if you had nothing going on, if you were just like working in a shit dead end job, maybe a
What-
bit different.
I think the problem in this guy's life is his kids and he's married.
Mhm.
He clearly doesn't want those kids.
What
Right.
what
Reading
did you
between
want
the
to
lines.
do? What did you want to do when you were little?
When I was a little kid?
Littler.
Like a footballer, probably.
Football. When did you decide I'm not
Yeah,
gonna be
I
a
had that
footballer?
realization.
I
when
haven't
was about
really.
7.
I haven't yet.
Yeah.
I think a new agent is all I need, and then I'll make it.
Right.
I'm still only 36.
Yeah,
Got
what was
another
your-
couple of years at the top.
What was your dream?
I remember a time when I was quite interested in the idea of being a tailor. I think I mentioned this before. I think I mentioned this before.
Dream big.
I love that Freddy's dream is a job where he gets to touch men. Which way do you dress, sir? Don't worry, I'll find out. Ooh, ooh.
I quite like the idea of being like a tailor on Savile Row when I was about
Mm-hmm.
13, 14. And then we were picking our options for technology. And it dawned on me that I was going to have to take textiles.
Yeah, you
Start
would
your
have
career.
to be a tailor.
And then
Textiles
one
would
of
be
the-
Quite key.
And then one other boy did that, and he was the gay kid in the year, and
Mm-hmm.
everyone called him gay relentlessly. And I was like, I cannot put up with that.
Yeah.
So that dream died.
So,
then
like,
and
so
there.
to be clear, you didn't pursue that career because you didn't want to be relentlessly called gay. So you've ended up doing
Worked-
this.
Yeah, it's worked out pretty well.
Really, really smashed it, hadn't you, mate? You really
I've
smashed
just
it.
delayed it, mate.
That happened to me. I did drama when I was in school, and all my mates called me gay on the first day that I was doing drama. And I was like, "You're doing woodwork with all the lads, and I'll go over here with all the girls and do drama. It's fucking sick."
Yeah, it is a smarter move, like
it's
in
class.
hindsight. Yeah.
I did want to be an actor for a while, but I
Did you?
fucked off.
Being an actor's gay.
Let's see your acting chops very quickly. Right, so I'm going to give you a.
I am not good at acting. This is why I'm. not
Well,
good.
yeah, well, you try now, innit? So I'm
Yeah,
going to give you a
give it a try.
scene.
Yeah.
So you are walking home from work.
Do 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 do.
He's a good singer.
Right, yeah,
Um,
serious thing, yeah.
You come home
Yeah.
and you find your wife dead on the floor. Go.
Fuck's sake.
I mean, that was appalling.
Fuck's sake.
That was appalling.
That's like I've got a parking ticket.
That's
Got
why
a
I'm not an
dead
actor.
wife.
That's why I'm not an actor.
Yeah.
Well,
yeah.
he did, well, what it
I
was,
think this is Jay when he finds his wife's dead.
I've
Fuck.
re-
Oh, fuck's sake, she's all over the carpet.
Come fly with me. Let's fly.
I'd read into it a bit more. So I'd paid someone to kidnap my wife, but someone had accidentally killed her. So that's why I was saying for fuck's sake.
Yeah, but that's still.
I was doing the scene for Fargo.
Oh, right. Okay.
Yeah.
Still pretty bad.
You're not meant to make up your own scene.
Well, I'm not a
Again,
writer.
There's also, exactly, Tom. You better just
Yeah,
say
I'll
what the
tell
thing
you what.
is.
Well, you
tell you
didn't
what-
give me a script.
All those famous actors who just make up their own bits on the spot.
Yeah, just in the middle of a film, just going, I'm actually Batman.
Well, those actors usually have a script before that. I didn't have a script.
Yeah.
A lot of acting's done improv nowadays.
Yeah.
All right.
So
It's not the career for you.
Well, yeah, we've
But yeah,
established that.
also,
I'll go back to
Jay,
being a footballer.
Being a pilot, probably not the career for you. It's just like it's fucking having 3 kids, and if you look, if your missus has like a job where she's like dead rich and she can support the family, well, you fuck.
But
off
she's
being a
not,
pilot.
'cause she's
That's
a
not,
woman.
Yeah, so.
Joking.
It's probably not going to fucking happen. I don't know. Like, I want to be like, go follow your dreams and support people and all that. But at the same time, it's like, it seems
Yeah,
mental.
you've got to, at some point, you've got to get your realism cap on and
Start a podcast
and
like we did.
This is probably my the only time I'm going to be sincere. But men show the sort of a lot of being a man is about sacrificing stuff. And
Goats,
you've got fucking
virgins.
you've got a wife, you've got kids. And unfortunately, you're gonna have to sacrifice your gay little dream of being a pilot to put food on the table and to do it so that your kids might one day grow up and squander their chances of being a pilot. That's what life is, unfortunately, mate. And you signed up for it, and that's how it is. Do you know what I mean? Or run away from your family.
Yeah, it's always an option. Yeah.
I think that's what I would do if I was him.
Yeah,
3
just run
kids
away
is
from
too
families,
many.
too many
Don't have
kids.
3 kids.
It's 1 too many, isn't it?
I think it's 3 too many, to be
Yeah.
honest.
It's at least 1 though. But yeah, like I'll also get better priorities. Start asking people who aren't this unqualified for advice. You fucking idiot.
Yeah.
Should we do
Google? Try Google.
Should we do one more? That second one?
Yeah, okay. This is pedo employee. I'm a senior manager at my work, and one of my staff just...
I'm a senior manager. I had to fucking drop that in. Not just a manager, senior manager.
Yeah.
You
Or
old
it could
cunt.
just be where I work.
Yeah. Don't need this like level of info. I'm a senior manager. I got promoted.
What sort of senior manager is listening to this?
I know, fucking hell. It's like definitely like senior manager at like a care home.
Oh, it'll be a senior manager at like a game or something like that. Do you know what I
Yeah,
mean?
CEX.
Yeah.
Yeah. I'm shift manager at my local game store.
Yeah.
Yeah, this person doesn't work for Deloitte. Do you know what I mean?
They get an extra 5p an hour.
Yeah,
for being a
100%.
senior manager. Anyway, I'm a senior manager where I work, and one of my staff just recruited a convicted pedo. In my manager's defence, he didn't know about the conviction until after the cunt had started, and someone else Googled his name and found the news articles.
Okay, sack him. The end.
But you can't.
Hold on. Right, read the next bit.
Our HR department have said that we can't sack him because it would be classed as discrimination, but no one is willing to talk to him.
HR cunts are the stupidest mongs on the planet. You can discriminate against convicted paedophiles.
And also as
I don't
well,
think you can. You can't
No,
convict
of
against
course you
convicted
can.
people.
Of course you
With
get
a sex crime, you
but
definitely
here's
can.
the thing. Here's
If
the
you
thing.
Depends what the job is.
Whoa. Here's the thing. He must have had to have disclosed
Exactly.
his stuff.
Exactly.
You need to disclose your
Any
'cause
conviction.
Every job says any convictions.
Any unspent convictions. In a pedo conviction is never unspent. So, like, you can definitely go, we found out he was a paedophile. If you go to an employment tribunals are stacked so in favour of the company anyway.
And I know
they're
this-
already designed to fuck over the person. They cost about 15 grand or some mental to take to the thing. They're never going to do it.
I used to work in a call centre, and one of the guys that they'd hired him for 6 months, and it went round the office. He was a paedophile, and the thing went round. He was gone that day.
Yeah.
He was literally gone, never heard of again.
Yeah.
Was that the school that you worked at?
Hey, call centre, innit? So yeah, of course you can do that.
Yeah.
I've been told that I've got to make it work, but I don't know what to do. For context, he got caught with multiple devices full of pictures and videos of kids. The news articles didn't say anything about contact with kids.
Yeah, just fire him.
But if he had already said that he had a criminal record,
Uh-huh.
then
You've got to disclose what for. You can't just go, yeah, I've got a criminal record.
I think you're wrong. I think that you can't sack someone for because they've paid their debt to society. It's on you to find
if you're
out.
on the sex offenders register, it's different. It's not. This isn't someone who's like nicked something from a post office. It like that. Sure, shoplifting.
Do you reckon, Tom,
that gets spent and it's off your thing, and you can't be like you've paid your debt to society.
Rob,
if you're actively on a register, you just go. Someone's going to bring the kid in.
Rob, do you
You just say that.
reckon? Do you reckon that there's some way of us being able to find this out?
I don't think there is. I think we should just argue blindly.
What do you
instead.
reckon? What do you reckon?
I think if you find someone's a paedophile, you can fucking sack him. Because look, even if it's
I
going to be.
can't see that not being the case.
But even if it gets to a court, they're going to have to raise a court case to go and go, I'm being discriminated against because I'm a paedophile. Like, who's doing
If
that?
person's crime is spent,
Yes,
employers
it can't
can't
be
refuse
spent. It
to hire
can't
someone
be
because of
spent.
speculative.
It's a paedophilia crime. It's not getting spent. It's not going off your fucking record. You're on the fucking sex register.
Yeah. There's nobody who goes, listen, paedophile, you're free to go, and we're trusting you.
Yeah. Like, this isn't even just like a regular sex offender. This is child stuff. It's like, if you go to a court, no court.
It depends what the job is.
What job are they going to be like fine with it? All you have to say is, occasionally some of our staff bring their kids in here. We can't have them around. That's literally all it needs to be.
That's a good shout.
But what if you could work in a factory? Not allow kids in factories?
Like, our kids come after work when we pick them up. Or
Army?
something. Army. Yeah, to be fair, that's where, like, I'm totally fine with pedos being in the army.
What sort of...
Send them out
Yeah,
first
but-
to, like, clear minds.
Prisons?
Yeah, but the army doesn't have...
They can't work in a prison.
The army
No,
doesn't
probably
have
not, no.
senior
Sorry.
managers.
A prison. Oh, yeah. What could possibly go wrong with having a paedophile on the staff in a prison?
Well, I was thinking there's no kids there. There's no
yes,
kids
but there's
there.
other paedophiles.
Yeah, it's true, yeah.
So
Where
I
else aren't
just-
kids
Yeah,
allowed?
but those are the paedophiles need someone to look up to.
Exactly, yeah.
They need an example. You can get a job when you get out. Don't worry. And here's some files to keep you going.
It's like that kid that went to the school and then started working there as a teacher afterwards. It's the same energy.
I tell you.
I think you're gonna be fine. This is HR departments are so fucking ridiculous. They overthink and panic about
Yeah.
everything.
There's no way.
There's no way on earth this guy's taking you to a tribunal.
There's-
He's just gonna slink off. He's a
Oh
fucking
yeah.
pedo.
Well, that is another thing as well.
Because
is-
it's
is
publicly
the-
reported.
The one thing that a paedophile does not want is attention.
Exactly.
And a paedophile suing a company because that company sacked them for being a paedophile,
Yeah.
that's not going to be how he
You're
wants
discriminating against me for being a nonce. That's the case they're going to have to make.
to. Exactly. I think that you can call this bluff and just get rid of him, to be
Yeah,
honest with
I
you.
think you'll be fucking fine. Because you can't have him around the office.
But there's also-
You can't
I
just-
know what job he could have. One of the robot people that we had before, the paraplegic robots.
You know what he'd be using that robot for?
Terminator
Yeah.
kids.
Why does this robot keep going under the table? He said, "Oh, the robot's stuck in the ball pool again." I think you're going to be fucking fine. It's just like,
Wait a
what's your
minute.
option? You're just going to employ him forever.
Wait a minute. Here's another thing. Surely, nowadays, every fucking new job comes with like a
Probation period.
probation
You
period.
can literally just go, it's not working out.
Yeah, you
Like-
could literally just
yeah.
go.
Like,
You're not a good fit for our culture.
laws are stacked in the favour of employers, like massively. In order to get an employment tribunal through, you
At
have
the end
to,
of
like,
the day,
prove
I
it's
know
such
this.
a
I
high
know this
caliber.
sounds mad, but even if he hasn't done anything wrong at the job, even if he's great at the
Sure,
job,
he's still a fucking pedo.
yeah. Well, this is the thing. If none of the staff will work with him, if none of the staff will interact with him,
Yeah.
if they all feel uncomfortable around him,
Yeah.
you got to get rid.
Yeah. Like,
Yeah.
you're potentially fucking up the whole company. And also, I don't know what kind of company this is. If that gets out that you're employing a paedophile, that's not going to be good for any company.
If that's a customer-facing role,
it can genuinely damage, if it's business to business as well, it can just destroy your fucking company.
Yeah.
No one wants to work with a pedo. Like, so that's fine. That's enough justification. This is bullshit. This pedo's going to have to work for themselves. They're the only person who's going to employ
I'm trying
him.
to think of what like jobs a paedophile could do that's all right. Like we were mentioning before, I'm genuinely trying to think.
I think get them into bomb disposal. Just send them out to do that.
I think
Fisherman.
work. No, I think it has to be work from home. I think it has to be an office
They
job.
can't be on a computer, though. They can't have the internet, can they? That's the problem.
Farmer.
Farmer might be
I don't
good.
know, out in the woods in the middle of nowhere, there's not enough eyes on them. I don't trust it. Rural, you can get up to some shit.
What
Yeah.
about somebody who picks up things?
Oh, a picker-upper.
Litter pickers.
Yeah.
You don't want them with a grabbing stick. It's the last thing you want. Extending their nuts in range.
Oh god, yeah, that's a terrible idea. To be honest with you, if
Just
you,
lifting up a little skirt.
if as a child, if you got molested by a grabbing stick, oh god,
I honestly can't think
imagine
of a single...
being wanked off by a grabbing stick.
I can't think of a single job where it wouldn't be a problem that you're a pedo.
Labourer.
but it's still not going to want to like hang out. If you're on a job site, a lot of being a labourer is like having a laugh with your mates you're working with. That's how you get through physical jobs. He's like, you know, when I was a gardener, I really liked the guy I worked with, so it made it a lot easier. We'd have a laugh through the day. If he was a fucking pedo, it's going to be a stinky atmosphere while you're building that wall.
Here's
isn't
what you
it?
do then. You get all the pedos.
And you make a specific pedo building gang.
Speedy pedos.
I'll be honest, if a paedophile could do some joinery to an acceptable standard, I would hire them in an instant. I've got no kids. I don't give a fuck about the neighbours.
Yeah.
I just need my doors doing. Like, if there are any paedophile joiners out there,
You'd
who
leave
will do
him-
it for a reasonable rate. I won't ask any questions.
You'd leave him alone and he'd come back after an hour and be like, "You've had another cot." I said, "Door."
Does this cot have a glory hole?
I mean, I love how the bottom of it's cut out for tonguing, but this is...
Has he got... Are those hooks for handcuffs? Are there restraints? Have you made a fetish cot?
It's a baby sex swing.
Why have you made a tiny pommel horse?
Oh, God.
But yeah, I think like just fire the pedo and deal with the consequences. Worst case scenario is your business is going to get a fine. Like, get fined.
Your fine will be massively like it'll be offset by the fact that
You don't have a
loads of
pedo.
but loads of people as well, if they hear about this story, they'll support the business for firing the pedo.
Yeah, and like the vice versa, like the bad PR of you hiring a pedo, it's got to be worth however much your fine's going to be. Just fire the pedo.
What about this?
Why is this even a conversation?
What about this?
Fire the pedo.
What about this?
Out of a cannon.
So there's a new brand of petrol stations.
Oh, yeah.
Only stocks paedophiles.
Only
And-
stocks them.
Yeah.
That's all that's on the shelves.
Only
You've got to go up to the little window after 11 and be like, can I get one of the, can I actually have an Asian paedophile today? I think we'll mix it up.
Drive-through paedophiles.
So no, it only hires paedophiles. It's like a Timpsons, but for
Sure, like, yeah.
pedos,
yeah.
But the petrol is £1.10 a litre.
I'm fucking there every time.
Yeah,
mate.
yeah,
I've got
yeah.
a loyalty card. Like, it's the only place I'm filling
And
up.
Also, you have
It's
to.
actually quite a good place. If it is pedos only and they only do the window, so you can't even go in, then I think that's actually quite a good environment
Yeah.
for a pedo.
No, right. It's £1.10 a litre.
Yeah.
But you have to look them in the eye and say, "Thank you, sir," and then
Why are we making it so kinky?
You have to say thank you, paedophile.
Why are we turning it into like a little BDSM
Right.
game?
All right.
Do I have to get on my knees and look up?
All right.
Thank you,
All right.
paedophile.
No,
You have to
listen,
dress as a child.
listen. There's no things. There's no.
I've got to wear pigtails.
Yeah. Right. When you go in to pay, you've got to put a little bonnet on and kiss them on the cheek. 80p a litre.
No. I'm not.
50,
I'm not getting
50,
nonce.
50p
This
a
is a
litre.
very different proposition.
30 pence a litre.
Your business
how
is to
tight-
kiss a pedo for 50 quid.
Yeah, this is it. Like, I don't want to fucking kiss a pedo
I
for
mean,
50
when you
quid.
put it
Like
like that.
once every couple of weeks.
I'm doing it. Tom, I'm doing it twice a week. I drive loads. Twice a week. I've got to dress up as a child and kiss a pedo so I can save 80 quid.
I honestly thought at 30p a litre, I was considering it until you
For
said.
free, I'm not doing it.
Until you
If
said,
they paid me 100 quid, I'm not doing it.
until you said you're saving about 50 quid, I was like, oh yeah.
No, I would go if I don't have to interact with the pedo. Look, if it's a pay at the pump sort of situation, you know, £1 a litre, it's pay at the pumps. I'm not interacting with them. I'm not doing any kinky shit for the pedo. I'll do it for £1.
I think there's an obvious next question now.
Yeah.
How much to kiss a pedo once a week?
Once a week.
What,
is
on the
so
cheek?
much.
On the cheek.
Is it the same pedo or a different pedo every week?
It's there's 5 pedos,
That are
and it depends
rotating.
what time you get there.
It's like the Chasers.
Yes. It's like when you go to the petrol
Introduction.
station.
Oh,
is
fucking
it?
hell, it's the governess.
It's the beast.
The Dark Destroyer.
Ah, it'd be nice if the beast did it. Normally nonsense his cousin. It's like, thanks for taking a break.
Oh wow.
Well, we've inadvertently found a job
Kiss
for
on the kiss on the lip. You got
Yeah.
to kiss a pedo on the lips.
We've actually inadvertently found her a job for someone with Parkinson's as well. Shout out, Paul. I love that, man. How much for a weekly pedo kiss?
$1,000?
A week?
Yeah. You got to do it every week for a year.
just don't want to do this. My life's fine as it is. I just don't think I'm doing it. I'm really like, I'm happy
I think I'd probably consider it for $1,000.
I'd do a grand a week. 52 grand over
Kiss
here.
on the lips.
Yeah.
A kiss on the lips.
Yeah. Well, it's easier for you because you're gay. But
Well done for doing a good job.
well done for doing a good job.
I've not touching kids.
What if they have touched kids though? You don't know.
And you say, hey, you've been a bad boy.
Bad
Kiss-
boy for touching kids. I'm only doing this because I'm getting paid, not because I'm proud of you.
Or about 500 quid a week.
Nah.
600.
Nah. Grand's the minimum. Grand's the absolute
You
minimum.
saying you wouldn't do it for $9.50?
Nah, I don't think I would, you know.
Oh, come on.
That's 50 grand a year.
I'd want close to 2K, to be honest with you.
I just wouldn't want to do it. I just think like it would really quickly make me really depressed. Just when it was like when you
Also
wake
as
up and
well-
you go, oh, I've got to kiss
well,
the
the worst-
again.
well, the
today."
worst-
You'd
point-
definitely be late as well.
Yeah,
Miss a
exactly.
week.
Miss
The
it,
worst-
then I wouldn't get paid.
the
I'd
worst
kiss
part
the
of it
pedo
for
free.
me-
You've done it 49 times and missed the 50th.
The-
You'd be fuming.
The worst part about it for me,
It's the consistency that's the problem for me. Yeah.
the worst part would be other people telling people what you do now.
Yeah. When you got to go to like a dinner party, so what do you do? Well, I actually, all I do is like once a week I dress up like a little schoolgirl and kiss a pedo on the lips.
Oh, right. Did you go to university for that?
Been busy. What time you on till?
What do you put on your car insurance form?
Just put writer.
Paedophile kisser.
I think you just put sex worker at that
Yeah,
point.
maybe, yeah.
Tough.
You
that,
are
innit?
just a little hooer at that point.
Yeah, $1,000 a week's my minimum.
To be a pedo whore.
I want to.
Yeah.
I like money.
Yeah, I like not kissing pedos.
I-
That's just me.
I look a bit childlike, I have been told. So maybe it'd be good if I kissed a pedo because then they're getting their fix each
You could be-
week.
well, I don't know if I buy that. There's a lot of like cam girls and stuff where they're like, you know, they'll have like pigtails and like high socks and like a teddy
The
bear.
thing with-
and it's like, and
Yeah.
their argument is, well, at least they're wanking to me, not kids. But I think, nah.
The thing
like,
with
they're
Tom-
not just stopping with you.
The
are
thing
they?
with Tom is that they'd be kissing him, and then one of them would be like, "I thought he was a goblin."
He's just thick like a goblin,
Yeah,
isn't he?
like a little
and thick.
goblin boy.
He Googles like a goblin.
Have we got anything else? Any lovely questions or anything?
Yeah.
But yeah, fucking fire that pedo. That one is one of the more insane ones. we've
Yeah,
ever
mate, you can't possibly do anything about it, so you got to
had.
get
How'd
rid.
you work with a pedo?
Tom's lovely question. Oh, isn't that lovely?
You've been kidnapped by Islamic extremists.
Oh, I assume this one's for you, Freddie.
They've seen the pod and they're not impressed.
What about? What bit could they possibly take issue with?
The editing.
Oh, right, yeah.
If
Our social media clips aren't good enough.
If you want your freedom, one of you needs to volunteer to have their dick cut off. Who is stepping forward? If the three of you can't agree, then you all lose your dicks.
We hold Tom down and make him do it?
Yeah, Tom.
Okay, done.
Also, as well, like we've got like a more of a share in the podcast.
Yeah. We're, like, obviously, we're the more senior people.
Yeah.
Tom is very replaceable and smaller than us.
Yeah.
Like, there's no way this is a discussion.
Yeah.
Me and Freddie would just look at each other as the two larger men,
Yeah,
have a
yeah.
silent agreement where we would just pin you down and your dicks
I
cut off.
honestly-
I could easily outrun you both.
I mean, right.
so definitely
We've
I'm
been
out of my way.
kidnapped. Fucking
Well, are you
idiot.
going to hold me down
You're
then?
going to run to the other side of the cell. We're just in a little cell. We're in a little room.
We're not in like a free range field.
Oh, they've actually, they've kidnapped us and placed us in this Olympic track and field stadium. Oh, shit. We're actually in the Munich stadium. I'm afraid he's going to run for 800 metres. We're not going to be able to catch him. We're in a little cell. We're going to fucking hold you down. Your dick's coming off.
I'm stronger than I look.
Tom's agreed. Like,
But-
you can't fight off me and Freddie.
I definitely could. Freddie's cardio would be gone straight away.
Sorry, you... No,
And
no,
you're
no.
all too flaily.
I've got the cardio. He'll sit on you. Like, there is no chance. We both weigh twice as much as you. We're
Yeah,
both
but I'm
so
nimble.
much bigger than you.
I'm nimble.
Nimble. How much nimble do you think is going to help?
I'm
You'll
like
be
a cat.
giddily skipping around for a second, then we'll catch you and we'll twat you and your knob's coming off.
No, I'm
Like, There is...
I'm
It is
I'd be good
insane.
at punching you both in the balls, and then you're both down.
You're not going to have any balls.
But
Like,
before you've even got me, I'm like, boom, ball
I
flick.
think what
Done,
would happen
gone.
is in terms of us both agreeing to. I don't think we'd even have a discussion.
No,
I think
we'd just grab you.
We'd nod at him.
Yeah.
We'd nod at you and
Just
go.
go.
Yeah, it's-
Yeah.
Because like we're sensible enough to know that we're both large fellas who it's going to be hard to wrestle. You know, like you, we'd easily fuck you up.
Yeah.
Like
I'm circumcised as well, so half mine's gone already.
yeah, you're the closest. And you got the smallest dick. It's the least to waste.
I got the biggest dick.
That was so unconvincing.
I've got the biggest.
I've got the biggest dick.
I don't
actually.
know. I've not seen either of yours.
Exactly, yeah.
Oh,
And
Well,
mine's not very big.
yeah, still might be the winner. Yeah, but yeah, Tom's dick's coming off 100%. Like, we're not having a discussion.
Yeah.
We're not going to debate because no one is going to go, you know what, lads? I'm going to take this one for the team. You know, it's
Yeah.
never happening.
Right, well, if
We
couldn't-
can't agree on anything.
If we're all tied up and we just had to agree,
right.
then what do you do?
We both agree it's you.
Well, I agree. It's not.
Right.
So you'd rather us all lose our dicks?
If I honestly, yes.
Yeah, we're all that spiteful. 100%. Fred, are you saying if your dick was getting cut off by terrorists and like there was an option for us to not have our dick cut off or for them to be cut off, you'd be like, well, do them as well.
I want you to know, Tom, that if me and Robert agreed that you were getting it and you said no, I'd be really mad. I'd be
Oh, really? Would you?
I'd be annoyed at you.
You'd probably calm down once your dick and balls are cut off, though. Probably quite chill after that.
You have a little snack.
Welcome to Dead Eunuchs Talking. But
Get alive at the Apollo.
We agree it's Tom. That's true. We could really ride that.
Yeah.
That'd be great. No one could ever tell us off for anything. We'd be like, well, we're technically sort of trans now.
Yeah.
You know?
Will they replace it with the most beautiful vagina anyone's ever seen?
No. Because it'd look out of place on you. It's like when ugly people get turkey teeth. You'd need a battered vag. You would need an absolute fucking 96 Corsa of a vagina.
Yeah. The sort of vagina that you could.
It needs to look like Sylvester Stallone at the end of Rambo. Oh, just covered in blood. Fucked. Just shooting into the air. Yeah.
So we'd all lose our dicks,
We'd
definitely.
all lose our dicks, 100%. We're not agreeing.
Yeah.
Let us know in the comments who, whatever.
Who do you think should cut off their dick?
Yeah. Oh, God, that was lazy.
It was lazy, but at the same time, I feel like this is finished, and I want to get a food.
A food.
I'm not sure if I want Wagamama's and Nando's.
All right, well, we'll work that out shortly.
I think this is an off-pod conversation.
Yeah, I don't
probably.
know if the people need to hear this. I don't
Yeah,
know.
all right, I'd chop your dick off and beat you to death with it. Ha 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 ha.
Yeah.
Thanks for listening.
Let us know how you would best engage with a podcast in the comments below.
Give us your best Let's Pod puns.
Yeah.
Oh God, those Let's Pot. To be fair, some of them are funny. To be fair,
How gracious of you.
yeah.
How gracious. Yeah.
I'll give you that. Some
Yeah.
of them are funny.
But just to wrap this episode up, you should fire that podophile. So,
if you've enjoyed it, listen to be a member of our Patreon.
it's not good when
Oh,
you do it. Ugh,
God,
Freddy,
that was
awful.
horrible.
Fucking hell.
You ruined it.
Jesus
Good.
Christ.
We're going to have to start again.
That's awful.
Glad
Yeah,
you
all right, scrap this
started the
episode. We'll
podcast
start again. We're going. Hello, welcome to Step Mentor. And him a big fat
No.
cunt. But yeah, join us on Patreon. We've got an extra episode every week. And
Patreon-
loads of other shit.
Patreon.com/DeadMenTalkPod.
£3 or free for a week.
Yeah, and it genuinely, like I say, without this, Patreon, without the money from that, we wouldn't have a podcast. It literally pays for
we
everything.
definitely wouldn't be able to do what we do, which is just mug off whoever we want, whenever we want.
It wouldn't pay for the studio, the staff,
Yeah.
the equipment. It literally all goes towards paying for that. So it's genuinely vital.
The reason we get to tell every cunt to fuck off
Yeah.
is you, so thank you very
I think
much.
that some people think sometimes that the Patreon is like, oh, it's just a bit of extra money so that we can buy things
We
for
really
ourselves.
spend it all.
It literally, it gets spent on everything. It gets spent
Yeah.
on making the podcast better. So everybody who's a member, thank you so much. And if you're thinking about becoming a member, we could really use you out.
And there's a
Use you
new
out.
special.
Oh, there's a new
New
special.
special world records. We looked around at the fine athletic specimen in this studio and thought, we've got to be the best in the world at something.
And it turns out we are.
Yeah, sort of. Have a little watch of the special. Find out on there. It's fucking fun, that one. It was a right good laugh. So the World Record Special is available now. We have merch for sale on our website as well. I forget about that every week. But the main thing, patreon.com/deadmentalkpod. Also, buy your tickets for Dead Meat. It's going to be the best comedy festival that has ever existed, bar none. I'm saying it now.
Yeah.
Fuck you, Edinburgh. Suck my dick.
Thanks for listening and
Go fuck yourself.
yourselves.
Why did you go Scottish then?
I don't know.